Hi there, my name is Kovu, and I am a bit over 1 month on coffee. I'm kidding, I'm a bit over 1 month on tea, testosterone. A bit over 1 month because in my last update video I was a bit over half a month, so just did that to yeah. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the first thing that has changed, as you can probably hear and tell by now in the video where you've heard me speak for a bit, is that my voice has changed. Um, it it's dropped quite significantly. Like, not gonna lie, it kind of depends what time of day. Like, sometimes it's deeper, which is like normal. Like, sometimes in the mornings it's deeper. When I'm tired or when I've sung a lot, it's like deeper, but it's still dropped. Like, you can still hear that it's dropped. Which is very surprising to me because usually when I see like transition updates online, people sound pretty much the same the first and second month on T as it did pre-testosterone. Like, second month maybe a bit deeper, but like 1 month is usually pretty much the same. So I was expecting that, and I was also actually expecting an even slower voice change because I'm on a very low dose of testosterone, which is 1/3 of a tube of testim, which is a testosterone gel, and one tube is 50 milligrams. And the normal dose is like one tube a day, but I'm on 1/3 of a tube a day, as I said, so like 16, 17-ish milligrams. Um, so I thought that my changes would be super slow, but my voice just like, yeah, I didn't really believe it at first because I didn't want to get my hopes up in case they weren't true. But then I had a lesson with my like singing teacher at school because I go to a music school. So I take singing classes where I'm like, where my teacher and I are like one on one and not just like choir, but we're just like a personal lesson or class, whatever. And I had a lesson with my singing vocal teacher on I think it was a week ago, so Monday last week, or something like that, and she got really excited because we did some like warm-ups. I could go lower than I ever have been able to do before, and also I sing this song called Amarile mia bella, which is Italian. I'm pretty sure if it's not Italian, that's kind of awkward, but it's this like classical song, and usually like there's this part of the song where like it goes down, but I haven't been able to sing that before, so we've always gone up, so like an octave over where it's supposed to be sung. But then on Monday last week, I was like, hey, can I just try and go down there? And she was like, do you think we'll be able to do that? And I was like, we'll see, let's try. And I nailed it. Like, it was no problem at all to go down there. And she was so excited. Like, she was almost more excited than me. Like, she was pumped. Thing is, though, she was like, uh, I don't think. Well, I'm a tenor right now, which is like one of the highest pitched. Like, I've explained this before, but like male voice, singing voice, it's bass and tenor, which are the two like main categories, and then there are other like categories, but whatever. Our choir is mostly divided into that. So tenor is the highest pitched one. And I've sung tenor, which is pretty cool because even before testosterone, my voice was deep enough to be a tenor, which is singing the male voice instead of like the deepest female voice. And I'm a pretty like proud tenor, but my teacher was like, "Oh yeah, I think we'll have to find like baritone, which is between like bass and tenor, and bass songs for you now, because your voice is like, woo, it's going down." So that's both exciting and like kind of scary because I don't want to lose the upper part of my register. But my teacher said that like just because my register is like becoming bigger, or expanding, this way doesn't necessarily mean that I have to lose these notes, so the upper part of my register. So that's what I'm hoping for. Right now, my voice is very unstable, and I've heard that that's like normal in the first months of T. But like high, when I sing like up here, like I have no control of my voice, and it's just like cracks and stuff. And my what's it called? Falsetto. My falsetto where it's like, like you know that like head voice, like that's almost completely gone most of the time. Like just air comes out. I was able to do that now though. Oh yeah, that wasn't really proper though. But yeah, so I've talked for 5 minutes about my voice, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, my voice started cracking around like 2 weeks, but then I was like, nah, that's probably not testosterone. Like my voice cracked a tiny bit before testosterone, so I was like, nah, that's probably nothing, you know. But then it kept cracking, and it keeps cracking, and my voice or my throat also started to feel a bit sore around like 2 or 3 weeks. Um, yeah, around 3 weeks maybe, and it was like it felt like I had this like it was kind of swollen down here, which I guess is like where the Adam's apple comes eventually, but like just swallowing, not like food, but like my own spit, like that's kind of hard because it feels like there's this bump here that's kind of hard to get past. So there's that. Other changes. Physically, I haven't noticed that much. I haven't noticed any hairs, as far as I know. I haven't noticed, like, my skin is completely the same. I struggle with really dry skin, and it's still super dry, and so dry it like hurts, so I have to use moisturizer. So I haven't really, I'm not any oilier. I haven't gotten more pimples as far as I can tell. Maybe a few like here, but not like any proper outbreaks. I thought it was gonna come, but it didn't really happen. Um, I don't sweat excessively. I don't smell worse in general. I yeah, I've tried to work out a bit more, but I wouldn't say that I have more energy. And also like the working out thing, kind of it's really hard for me to get motivated. So if you have any tips on that, then please let me know. Another thing that has changed physically is my jaw. Believe it or not, some people started pointing out at like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm almost 5 weeks now. But like, no, I think it was 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks, 3.5. I don't. But people were saying, "Oh, your jaw has like changed," and I was like, "No, it hasn't. Like, I've been on testosterone for like 3 weeks, like a month now. Like, it hasn't." But then I actually compared myself now, my face now, with photos pre-testosterone, and I was like, "Oh, damn, it has. It's not as pointy like this, and some people said that it's also not as round, so that's kind of like a contradiction. Like it was pointy and round before, and now it's more just like squared, I guess. But I really notice a difference, and people say that I just look more masculine in general. I can't really tell if my like eyebrows have specifically like become like bushier, and my shape hasn't changed. I don't think at all. I haven't noticed any muscle growth or anything like that. I don't know. I haven't really checked, but I'm just assuming that there hasn't really been anything. As for, this is kind of like TMI. I haven't gotten Shark Week since 1 month on no 1 week on testosterone. So like, I talked about this in my 2 weeks, 3 weeks ish update, but I surprisingly got my menstruation after 1 week on testosterone, and I usually never get it around that time of the month, and I had already had it that month. And now it's been like almost a month since that, and it's also like I usually get my menstruation in the very beginning of the month, and the very beginning of this month, March, has passed, and I haven't started bleeding. But last month I started bleeding toward in the middle of the month, so maybe I'll start bleeding now in a few days or something like that. But I mean, it hasn't happened when it usually happens, so maybe that's a good sign. I pray that it's never never coming back. Um, Another thing, kind of TMI, I guess. I'm not going to talk about like specifics, but downstairs growth. I think that's happened. Yeah, it's probably happened. I just don't pay much attention to that part myself. I watch it again, obviously, but I think it has happened a bit. I actually do. Sensitivity, not uncomfortably. Like maybe it's changed a bit, as I said in my 2/3 weeks, but not like a drastic amount. Sex drive, no, like maybe like gone up a tiny bit, or maybe that's just placebo and I'm expecting it to go up, so I'm like allowing myself to feel it more, but like I basically never ever no. Like I don't, if I'm, this is really TMI, but if I want to get like turned on, I have to try. It's not like I sit in class and I'm like, I'm so like turned on right now. Like it's, or just in general, I sit at home, I see a picture of like a beautiful man or beautiful woman. I'm not just like, oh my god, like, like that doesn't happen to me. So that's that. Um, Emotional changes. I'm sorry this video is so long, but like it's kind of interesting to talk about. Okay, this is the big part. So okay, I asked people around me because a lot of the time, like you don't notice the changes yourself, and that's also that's to do with my voice. Like I hear that it's changed a bit, but like I don't think that it's changed that much. And yesterday I felt very dysphoric about my voice because I posted a singing video to my main channel, which check it out if you want to. I actually like that song. I'm kind of proud of it. Um, but I felt very, very dysphoric. But then I went back to like my last singing video where I was pre-testosterone, and I was like, oh, it has changed a lot, which is cool. So yeah, but I asked my family and my friends, what do you think has, or what has changed about me? So these are the things, and I agree totally. My mom said you've gotten so much more like calm. Like that's what she said immediately. Like 1 week on testosterone, she was like, "You're so much calmer now," and that's because I don't stress about like getting on testosterone all the time. And that's also because of like my voice has changed, so I feel a bit calmer. I'm not as scared of speaking anymore. So calmer, happier I've gotten. That I'm happier, more energetic. I'm not gonna lie, I still have my issues, like but not so much trans related. Like I don't think of the fact that I'm trans and that my body is a like female, that I'm a female bodied person. I don't know why I did this because it's true. I'm just not comfortable with it. But I never think about that. Like never, unless I like undress, then I think about it, or get dressed. That's when I think about it. But just when I walk around, like I don't think about it. I think I'm a kind of short guy, but like I don't think that I'm female bodied. Um, what was I going to say? So yeah, so the things that I struggle with aren't necessarily dysphoria or insecurities as much anymore. Now it's just like, what's the point of life? So that's, yeah, but at least it's not dysphoria. um, yeah, but I really am more, I act more happy and cheerful. Sometimes I feel really, really sad on the inside, and I think that's just stuck in me because of a lot of things that I have experienced and like gone through, and just how my mind works. But so yeah, it really, really, really hurts sometimes, and I get like anxiety sometimes. But I act much more happy and cheerful, and it's much easier to act happy and so that means I am more happy and cheerful. um, what more? I feel like I'm more outgoing. Because I'm not as scared of speaking anymore because my voice is starting to change. And something that I noticed is that I feel like the guys in my class talk to me a lot more now, which might be weird. I don't know, like, is that just me? Maybe they think that I sound more like a guy or look more like a guy, and like one of them. Not that they weren't nice to me before, I just didn't talk to them as much. I just talked to like Celine and Ruben. Ruben's a guy, but like the other guys in my class. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, or maybe it's the fact that like I feel more confident and outgoing now, so like I talk to them more, so they talk back to me. I don't know. Um, I was very scared that I would like get angry or something on testosterone, which hasn't happened. Like I'm not angry. I'm not an angry person in general, but I have noticed that I can get frustrated more easily if there's something that I can't do. So, for example, if there's something at school that I don't understand, or I'm getting really frustrated when playing the piano and I just can't do it right, and yeah, I'm not like sitting there like telling myself, "Oh, you're so stupid! Like you're such a piece of crap! Like you can't do anything!" Like not like that, but I just get frustrated because I really want to do it, and it just annoys me so much. Like I get really focused. Like that's the right thing. Like I don't get frustrated and annoyed as in like, I just get really focused, and I'm like like, stay away from me right now. Like, I need to. I don't say that, but I'm like, I need to focus on this because I'm gonna do this. Like, and then if I can't do it, I get like annoyed, and I'm like, crap. Like, I need to figure this out. Like, yeah. And people have said that. Like, Ruben has said that. He was like, "You're a bit tense. Like, calm down." And I was just like, "Nah, I can't do this part on the piano." Like, yeah. Um, but that's okay. But you guys have also said that you noticed that I seem to be a lot more happy now, and I really, that's really true. Again, there are things I struggle with, but overall, like dysphoria wise, I am so much better. And like, even just after 2 weeks when nothing much changed, I felt a lot better. Like, not perfect, but I felt a lot better. And like now too, I just seem, oh, I feel so much calmer. Oh my god, I'm so calm in regards to that. And like, I would get up every day and feel so insecure, and I would just tell myself like, I look like a girl. Like, what the heck? Like, I sound like a girl. And then when I would feel so insecure and anxious when I went to school, which I kind of still do, but not to the same amount. Like, I don't think that I look like a girl. I just think that I look small and like weird. But whatever. Um, and also before, like, before my voice changed and stuff, I would like constantly be on edge and be like, because I hated my voice so much, and whenever I would speak, like, I would just like instantly. Like, for example, my mum called me. She was like, Kovu, and my voice was high pitched, and I didn't like think before I spoke, so I was like, yeah. And then I would be like, like constantly. I would be like, and I would constantly be on edge because I hated my voice so much. And like, inside me, I was just like, like, I don't know how to describe it in words. Like, this is really weird, but yeah. And then my dad also said the other day, like, I complain a lot less, which I don't think I complained before. And he said, like, not that you did complain a lot, but for example, if I chewed with my mouth open, you would be more like, can you please stop? Like, I would do that. But now I apparently don't, which I haven't noticed. But apparently that's true, so that's chill. But I think that's because, like, inside me, I'm calmer. So like, if something little kind of annoys me, I'm not just like, don't. Oh my god, I'm so, acting so weird. I'm also really happy because my best friend Celine was just here, and she made me really happy, and we like sung songs. So if my voice sounds really deep now, I don't know if it's an accurate representation of what my voice usually sounds like. Um, but we like sung a lot, and it completely ruined my voice. So now it's like really dead. Uh, um, is there anything else? I don't know. I'm a lot kinder to myself. And I think that also has to do with like my mindset. But I feel like pre-testosterone, I couldn't like I couldn't like myself. Because dysphoria was so horrible, and I couldn't, and I hated everything about myself. Like, not just what I look like, but my personality too. And then my personality really hasn't changed. I'm just more like cheerful, but like, I'm really just the same person. But I hated myself. I thought it was so awkward and so weird and so like strange, and just ugh. And I still think that sometimes, but not as much. Honestly, like, I talked to my ex boyfriend about this earlier today, but I was just like, I would rather just be me right now and work on myself instead of like being anyone else. Like, I would rather just be me. And sometimes I didn't say this to him, but I'm saying this to you. So sometimes I can like look in the mirror and think to myself like, I'm a nice looking boy, you know. I'm a nice looking guy. I'm okay. Like, not saying that I look like a candle or like a model or anything like that, but I think I look fine most of the time, and I I think I look like a kind person. I hope I look like a kind person. One of my biggest fears with testosterone is that like, I will be like become this mean person, which is like a bad stereotype of like male people. Male people, wow, males, I guess. I was scared that like my voice wouldn't be as soothing anymore. I'm not saying that my pre-T voice was very soothing, but some people said that it was calming, and I really appreciate that. Like, I don't know why, but that means a lot to me. And I was scared that that was going to go away. And some people said that it hasn't, so I hope it hasn't. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, right. Because my personal definition of beauty is looking kind and looking approachable and looking like you are an empathetic person. That's my, oh my god, my throat is so dry. But that's my definition of beauty. Another thing that I want to mention really quickly before I go. Oh my god, my voice is like so right now. It's so dry. It sounds so like. I'm not saying that I don't like that it's deep. I'm just saying that maybe it's not an accurate representation. But I just want to mention this really quickly. So, I have been scared. In this video, I seem very excited, and I am. Trust me. Like, yeah. But I have also been very scared because these changes happened so much quicker than I had expected, than my doctor had expected. And I wasn't. I mean, I was prepared, obviously. Like, I was so prepared to go on testosterone. I couldn't have waited any longer, and I'm not kidding. Like, I it was the only thing that kept me going. Like, it was really bad. Um, but so yeah, I couldn't have waited any longer. But at the same time, I wasn't prepared for the changes happening fast. And I'm not saying that I'm not happy they did, because I am. But I've also been like scared. I felt like, all right, but what if? Like, what if this isn't the thing that I want to do? But again, I'm like, if I figure out later that it's not, then that's fine. Like, if I want to stop tea someday, I'm just gonna do that. Like, I'm just gonna do what makes me happy right now. And if it's that stops making me happy, then I'll do something else, and it's no big deal. It's chill. But I've also been scared. Like, sometimes when when I've spoken, I've asked my mom, like, do I sound the same? Like, is my voice deeper? And she's been like, yes, it does sound deeper. And then I'm like, do I still sound like me? And she's like, yes, you do still sound like me. And I'm like, that's very good. I'm gonna pause this for a moment because I need to cough. Sorry, my voice is just really dry. My throat is really dry, but because I'm worried that like I won't sound like me. I'm worried that I eventually won't look like me. I don't know how much hair is coming, and like I'm not a hairy. I'm not that kind of guy that will have like a lot of facial hair or like stuff like that. So I've been worried about that, and like even my voice, like it feels strange to me sometimes. And although like dysphoria sucks, like dysphoria freaking sucks, it's a feeling that I know and I'm known for years. But this, like the changes that are happening, I don't know those things. I haven't experienced that before. It's new and it's scary, and I'm not a big fan of change, and I've never been a fan of change, which is ironic because I'm changing my body right now, but I'm happy about it. But at the same time, I'm scared. I'm maybe not right now, but it's been scary, and I'm still kind of scared of it, I guess, because my voice got deep pretty fast, and I don't know how deep it's going to get. And personally, I don't feel like the kind of guy to have a really deep voice. I don't want to be as manly as possible. I want to be as me as possible. So hopefully, I'll still. I don't know. I've accepted a lot more that like I'm small. I'm kind of small guy. I'm kind of like feminine guy, and not straight. And I've accepted those parts of myself a lot more recently, and I've actually learned to like them, which is insane. I used to hate those parts of myself, but now I'm more comfortable with that. I'm gonna go now. I seriously can't speak anymore because my throat is so dry, and I need some water. So thank you so much for watching this video. It was really long. I see all these other like 1 month updates, and they're like 5 minutes long, and it's just them summarizing. So hopefully you don't mind this being a bit longer, because you know me, like I can't just like talk for 5 minutes and be done with it. Like I need to, yeah. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you have any tips or experiences or questions, then leave that down below. I'll be very happy to talk to you. Stay safe and stay safe and hydrated and full of amazing foods. That's what I say on this channel. I mean, take care. I love you a lot. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna drink some water because yeah. Okay, have a great week. Bye. And if you want a more like accurate representation of what my voice is like right now, check out the video I posted on my main yesterday. Because right now I feel like it's so like yeah, okay. Thank you for watching as always. Goodbye. Take care.